Okay, I'm going to explain what none of these idiots seem to understand. Let's start.
According to data from Beer Board, which monitors bar statistics around the country, pours of Bud Light have declined 6% during the first half.
Okay, not only was it 6% there, but it turned out to be 17% for the week. And now in-store purchases, as in like supermarkets, things like that, it's down 26, 27% now. So just start there.
Of April, since the controversy began about a month ago, shares of Bud's arch rival Molson Coors have notably outperformed AB InBev, the parent company,
Yeah.
of course, of Budweiser. Look at that. Now, related or not, let's find out. Joining us now is Wharton School of Business professor and CNBC contributor Americus Reed. Americus,
Wharton School of Business professor.
thanks for coming on. I don't want to dive into all the social and cultural stuff because that's what's going to get picked up by everybody else. What if you're teaching a class on this at Wharton? What's the syllabus? What's the first lesson plan?
Well, thanks a lot for the opportunity. Great to see you, Brian. I think the lesson plan and the syllabus says if you're going to attempt to go into purpose-driven marketing and align your brand with an ideological viewpoint or a political issue, there's really two rules. You either have to do all or none. So it's not a good idea to sort of thread a needle. You either have to commit and make that explicit commitment, and then you're all in no matter what, live or die.
Okay, I'm not going to say there's no validity there, but that's still not understanding why this boycott works and why this was an idiotic move. I'll explain.
Those core values you'd like to profess. And so here I think the challenge was once the toothpaste was out of the tube, you can't really put it back. So now you have the issue of how do I make everybody happy? And that's challenging now because without taking a side, everyone's going to be kind of continued upset.
You know, we led the show.
Now, he's right there. Everybody will be upset. You can't, but they put themselves in a effed up position. Although, the smart thing to do would have been apologize and everything else right afterwards. And it would have been yes to take a side. You don't take a side with less than 1% of the population. You take a side with the 99.9% of the population. But, why does this boycott work? This is simple. I bartended for 25 plus years, right? You know most people that haven't been in your bar before that come in and order light beer, you know what they do? Yeah, what light do you have on tap? Or, what light beer do you have? And they don't care. Like, they have the littlest bit of preference. I did more weddings than I could count. Ran out of different products all the time. Ran out of beer all the time. Nobody cared if we had Coors Light and ran out and then had Miller Lite, or we had Coors Light and ran out and then had Bud Light. This is a product that there is no sacrifice. There is zero pain on the consumer. When you offend customers, when your product is basically the same as, oh, I can drink this bottle of water or this bottle of water. Now, I'm not saying light beer is water, but the difference between light beer is it's basically like that. Like, there is no pain to the consumer. And if you are dumb enough to do something like this with a product that a consumer could care less about, there's no loyalty. It's just hysterical because it's like they have no one involved, like no normal person working for this company that could have told them, people would just drink Miller Lite then, right? Like, if you get mad, they're just going to go to the bar and drink Miller Lite, or they'll drink Coors Light, or they'll spend an extra buck and drink an Amstel Light. Whatever. It's just idiotic, and that is why this boycott works. That is why it hasn't slowed down, and it won't. You are going to have, and I said this before, and people can believe me or not, I don't care, but in 15 or 20 years, someone's going to be talking to someone, and they're going to be like, oh, no, we don't drink Bud Light in this house. And the kid that was 10 now and now is 25, and I tell somebody that, he will have no recollection even why, but the brand will be dead to them. This is idiotic. You never take a product that is interchangeable with other products on the market and offend your customers. It is absolute idiocy. Let's see if he said anything else worthwhile.
America's with Disney versus DeSantis, and I kind of said I thought it was going to be like a lose-lose. Like, I mean, I just don't know how anybody came out of there better off than they went into this.
Miller Lite, Coors Light, everyone else. This isn't like just, Bud sales are down 17% overall and 26% in stores. It's not like, oh, okay, well, people aren't drinking. Miller Lite and Coors Light sales are both up about 20%. Yes, they have smaller market shares. But it's not a lose-lose because people just spend their money with someone else. And they go to the bar and they say, yeah, oh, that's right. I don't drink Bud Light. Give me a Miller Lite. And if they see their friend order a Bud Light, they're going to be, oh, what the hell's wrong with you? What you like a little... Let me not explain any more what a guy will say to another guy to bust their stones in a bar, because then I'll get banned. But, yeah, this is just... I can't believe people do not understand, and so many people seem to not understand the basics of why this works. And like I said, bartending 25 plus years, the amount of people that have loyalty to a light beer brand that I have met in 25 years of bartending, I can't think of one. I can't think of one time. I had one old guy that would drink Bud and wouldn't drink anything else. And if there wasn't Bud, he would walk into the bar at Bud, and if you ran out or anything like that, that's it. He wouldn't touch anything else. That's one person in 25 years with Budweiser. That's it. I've never had anybody else care to that degree. And especially with a light beer, which people drink just because it's like hot, so let me a light beer. Or they don't want to feel too heavy afterwards, so they get a light beer. But there's no loyalty.
And I wonder if this is kind of a similar situation.
I believe it is a similar situation,
Wharton,
Brian, because
Wharton
I think
School of Business.
now you've got a situation, you've got the LGBTQ plus community with over $1 trillion of disposable income. They're going to feel left out. You've got the core consumer now who feel...
No, you don't. This is what I love too. It's like people don't have any gay friends. Like they don't know any gay people. Because gay people really don't care about the trans because they don't see them no matter... Yes, the ones that make noise. The ones that are like up in... I don't even know what you're going to call them, like the leaders of the community or whatever. Yeah, they'll make noise. The average gay guy sees the transsexuals, they don't see them as being part of their community, and why would they? But they don't. And it's hysterical for these people to assume. No, you're talking about like less than 0.01% of the population. Piss them off. So what?
Like they've been slighted and somehow their identity has been countered in a way that they didn't like. So now everybody's kind of unhappy.
And if you think the average person really cares, you're insane. Because was there an outrage over the rainbow-colored Bud Light bottles? Nope. Nobody really gave a shit. Nobody really cared. Because generally people don't care. You do what you want. But they care about the trans stuff because it's been pushed on them so hard it's not funny, and people have been going after kids, and yeah, give me the bullshit like, oh, this is a beer ad, it has nothing to do with kids or whatever, fine. But Mulvaney goes after kids, and so many people in the community are going after kids consistently on a daily basis. So it's not the same, and don't give me that bullshit that it's the same.
And so if you're Bud Light, the challenge is now you really have to say something, but what we actually saw, unfortunately, was kind of a stepping back and sort of a wishy-washy kind of statement about, well, we'd like to make everyone happy and we'd like to be inclusive and we just want people to be happy and come together around a beer. And
by the way, just so other people understand, the reason why these companies do this, they don't do this because they care. They don't do this because they want to be inclusive or anything else. They do it to get a better rating with the Human Rights Campaign. The more, if they do enough, and they include LGBTQ++, XYZ, whatever, if they do enough that includes them, they get a good rating with the Human Rights Campaign. That's why they do this. They don't even do this to actually sell beer. They weren't thinking they were actually going to sell any beer. With that, no, but they do it to get a good review with the Human Rights Campaign.
And once you step into this world of purpose marketing, you just can't do that.
I love it. Wharton School of Business, and the guy's clueless on why this boycott works. Peace, everybody.